Thank you very much, Rob. I want to talk about one thing real quick, and then we'll move on to Q&A. I got a text message from someone. I think the person's name is Kelly. I don't know if Kelly's a boy or a girl. Could go either way. What's the normal Kelly? Kelly's a girl? Kelly's a boy?
Yeah, or it could be a guy.
Could go either way. I got a text message from Kelly the other day, and Kelly said, I'm really concerned about the direction that this project is going. It seems to me like we're really being taken over by the network marketers. And when you talk about prizes and you talk about travel and you talk about freedom field trips and you talk about rewards and bonuses and cars and giveaways, it really makes this thing feel like a network marketing company. And there's a lot more to it than that, but that was the basic overview. And I want to talk about a couple things there real quick because there's some good news and there's some bad news. The good news is that at our core, we're not a network marketing company. We have already told you very specifically the three things that make us incredibly different from traditional network marketing companies. Number one, there's no auto ship, it's a one time fee. Number two, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And number three, we've got a product. It's not a magic pill. It's not a potion. It's not a lotion. It's not anything you can find on the shelf at Walmart for 10 cents on the dollar, which is how a lot of things work in network marketing companies for better or worse. And there's some good network marketing companies out there, and there's some slimy ones. In fact, most of them are probably pretty slimy. But I want to remind you that this is not a network marketing company for those basic three reasons. Number one, but I can tell you for sure, with full honesty, and I'll look in your eye when we talk about it, I designed this project to be as similar to a network marketing company as I possibly could on purpose for a lot of reasons. Let me go through them real quick. Number one, network marketing companies have done what we are trying to do before. They did it bigger than we are attempting to do. The only problem is they did it wrong and they never built the mine. So I know that network marketing is a good strategy to get to where we want to go. Number one. Number two, I'm actually a really big fan of legitimate network marketing companies. And I think that there are very few out there whatsoever. In fact, maybe not many at all. But the idea that you can go into business for yourself with an extremely low barrier to entry is kind of a cool thing, right? It's like, okay, I want to work for myself. What do I do? Well, you can start small, maybe like a lemonade stand or like, bake some goods or something. That's a lot of work and not a lot of money. What about like opening a franchise, a Subway franchise? Well, be prepared to write a really, really, really big check to get that process started. And so network marketing comes in there. It's like, look, you want to do your own home-based business, you want to work for yourself, you're looking for a side hustle, you want to make a couple extra bucks. Here's an opportunity with a very low barrier to entry. And usually it's 50 bucks or 100 bucks or 1,000 bucks or a couple thousand bucks. But it gives the average person an opportunity to do something. Now, I'll be the first to tell you and admit that most network marketing compensation plans are designed to make sure that you never get anything out of it. The reason they do that is because they know that most people are probably not going to follow through in the first place. You say, I want to make some money. Let me find a get rich quick scheme. You throw in your couple bucks, couple $100, and then you get a box of stuff in the mail and you look at it and you go, that was stupid. You have one or two conversations that don't really go well and people give you a hard time about it and you give up. Then next thing you know, you're sitting there with a couple boxes of some product and then another box the next month and another box the next month. And the network marketing company has kind of accomplished its major goal. They got what they call breakage. Somebody gave them money. They got a couple months worth of products that they paid too much money for, and then they quit. And they were able to move their product out there, which is really what they're trying to do. And so they're pretty happy with it. You're pissed off because you put all this money in and it didn't work, but they're pretty happy because they knew that you weren't really going to do a good job and you were going to kind of quit and they were going to move a little bit of product and then they were going to move on. And so most network marketing companies design their compensation plans to make sure that you never get anything out of it. And I've never been okay with that. I understand as well as anyone else that most people don't follow through on things that they say they're going to do, but I can definitely say that I don't like the idea of a business model being built on that premise. Hey, I want to bring you onto something, and I know for sure that you've got less than a 1% chance of actually like doing what you say you want to do. So therefore, I've got almost a 0% chance of having to pay you anything for it. From a network marketing, like owners and management and shareholder standpoint, that sounds really good to the company. If you've been around me in this conversation for long enough, you know that I try to go into everything with the idea of an equal exchange of value. A win-win, as they call it, right? I'm going to put something in, you're going to put something in, and we're both going to get something out of this. That's where it begins for me. In any time, in any relationship, whether it's children and parents, or students and teachers, or husbands and wives, or bosses and employees, if you don't have an equal exchange of value, you've got an imbalance. You've got something that is beginning to show an unfair exchange. And that creates a contradiction. Somebody's getting more out of that than the other person. And that can only ever go on for so long before there's a falling out. People quit, they give up, they go their separate ways, and it doesn't work out. So I always go into everything that I do with the idea of an equal exchange of value. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. TexitCoin and mining TexitCoin, this project that we're on together, is very unique because we've got an incredible equal exchange of value here. I hear stories about life changing success, and people happy more so than I think any other network marketing company has experienced. Why? Is it me? Is it the comp plan? Is it the program? Is it the product? What is it that we've really got here that make this one so much different than everything else? I've got my theories for it. Maybe you've got your theories as well. But I'd like to think that we started with the idea of an equal exchange of value, and that oriented us on a course where we've got to make improvements and changes, and we've got to act in a particular way where you get something out of this. Because if you don't get something out of it, you're unlikely to share our story with other people. Okay. So we start there. Now, this is where it starts getting a little goofy, and I bring it back to my point. It starts to get a little goofy because we add cryptocurrency on top of that. So take the network marketing esque conversation, the affiliate program, the reward program, set that aside for a moment and think about any traditional crypto project. Crypto projects are Lambo. Crypto projects are moon, rocket ships, and this get rich quick opportunity where you get in on something and you 1,000x your money. If I pitched you on a deal where you didn't have the opportunity to 1,000x your money, you'd go, there's no upside there. What? What kind of investment opportunity can you come across in your life where you're talking about taking $1 and turning it into $1,000 and people not laughing at you? Totally ridiculous in any other investment conversation besides crypto. But that's how crypto is. That's just the nature of the crypto beast. Crypto is an emerging technology. And so you're looking for something that's new, exciting, different, so that if you get in early enough, and rest assured, it is very, very early in the TexitCoin conversation. If you get in early enough and we're successful at holding this little ship of ours together, then you've got an amazing upside. Think about it like this. The guys that got in back at the very early days of TexitCoin when we were at 2.8 cents, we're at $2.80 today. That's a 100x return. And it's not fantastical. It's kind of par for the course in the crypto realm, and it's not hypothetical. There are lots of people out there that have cashed out amounts small and large at a 100x return. You could go into the market right now and sell, any chunk of TexitCoin and get $2.80 for it. The percentage of people that can liquidate their whole entire stack and affect the market is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. In fact, Robbie Rue, you remember where it was the last time we looked?
On the, I'm sorry, I was answering questions. What was your
We were
question?
we were talking about the top 100
Oh yeah, it was
and
like 43%.
43% last time. So let's take a look at where we are today, real quick. We go to resources, block explorer, and today the top 100 represent 42%. So the number of people that actually have the ability to like smash the market and do that rug pull pump and dump thing gets smaller and smaller and smaller over time with us. That's one of the things we designed in this project. As the mind gets bigger, as the community gets larger, the likelihood of a pump and dump or a rug pull gets smaller and smaller. But the point is that it's crypto. It's supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to have upside because it's an emerging technology. And if we do a good job as stewards of this technology and this project and this program and this comp plan and this reward system, we're all going to do very well, maybe even get insanely rich. And so when you take those two concepts, this network marketing thing, which is kind of slimy, and this crypto thing, which is kind of scammy, but every once in a while, somebody ends up driving a Lambo because they get in on the right project at the right time, you've got this thing that feels a little bit weird. I call it crypto rich. I've been trying to explain crypto rich to you for a very long time now. Why? Because if you don't understand what crypto rich is, when it comes and it happens, you'll be uncomfortable. You won't understand it. It'll feel weird. And as our friend Maddie talks about from time to time, you got to worry about sudden wealth syndrome. Imagine those guys out there that go from very rarely having two nickels to rub together in the pocket to hitting the lottery. Next thing you know, all the friends and family members they never even knew they had come out of the woodwork start needing to borrow money. Can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can you buy me the other thing? Next thing you know, they're back to broke. It's really important because this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's really important that we take the time that we have to learn and understand what wealth is. Wealth is fun. Wealth involves travel. Wealth involves things like exotic cars, nice houses. Wealth involves things like taking the Saturday off and going fishing. Wealth includes things like paying off credit card debt or maybe paying off your mortgage. These are the things that I want us to get excited about and look forward to in this project because at the core we are a cryptocurrency project. We grow through network marketing like strategies because they've been proven to be successful in the past. I call it the playbook. I know the guys that did it personally. We've built this thing to be very different from the way they've done it in the past. But I am expecting us to be successful. And if we can't sit down and we can't plan to be successful and do the math on the dollars that come with that, then it's going to be impossible for us to get there. I'm not saying that this is a feeling that everyone across the entire organization feels, but it is something that everyone in the entire organization is going to need to prepare for. Because when I say crypto rich, I don't mean just crypto rich for myself and Robbie Rue and the other guys that got in back when we were working out of the garage. I mean crypto rich for everyone. Because I do believe sitting here today that there is still a 1000x upside. Last week we did the math on the call. I went over the math on the Monday call with Terry and Mike. For us to go from where we are today up to $2,800 a coin is not fantastical. It's as fantastical talking about that as it was for us to talk about a dollar coin a year ago when it was impossible. But now we've done it. And then we went to $2 and now we're coming up on $3. And so why can't we come up on $4 or 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 or 50? Every time somebody gets on the rocket ship, they start that journey over. And that's what gives us this upward spiraling momentum towards the very top of the cryptocurrency where I expect us to get. And I expect us to get there soon. But I want you to become comfortable with crypto rich. I want you to become comfortable with being successful. Maybe you've been down on your luck for so long that you've convinced yourself that the world's got it out for you and you're never going to win. I want you to let that go. I want you to put that baggage down. I want you to start to embrace the idea that you were at the right place at the right time and you knew what to do with it. And I want you to mentally prepare to be successful. And I want you to have a good time as we're on our way together to being successful. I want you to take a trip with us. I want you to have an exotic car that you've only ever dreamed of. There's going to be an exotic car parking lot at the Austin F1 party that you're invited to. We're going to have representatives from car dealerships come out there and join us and tell you about the features of the car that you've got a chance of winning. And you have no idea how much fun it is to go out and look at these beautiful cars, thinking that somebody in our community is going to get to enjoy that. Maybe you've never had a nice car before. I don't know. But you're part of a project today that's working, it's winning, it's successful, it's growing, it's got great people managing it, it's got great people joining it every day. And now is the time for you to start to embrace the idea that you're going to be successful along with us. It may be uncommon, it may be unfamiliar. You may not think it's even expected. But at some point, I need you to just begin to wrap your mind around crypto rich. Okay. And I want you to understand that we're getting there through hard work, through honest money, through doing the right thing. You know, it's like we talked about before, how Ron Paul told us that we've got a moral responsibility to share the messages of peace and prosperity and honest money with people all over the world. And if we get rich while we're doing that, then thank God. Now, I've worked hard for a very long time, and you probably have too. And maybe you started to think that it just ever wasn't ever going to work out for you the right way. Time to let that go now. Because our success, it's not knocking on the door. Our success is here. It's entered the room. It's toasting us right now. It's welcoming us. It's saying, great job. Keep it up. It's not saying you're almost there. It's saying you did it. We're doing it each and every week, week in, week out. Why? How? How did it happen to you? How did it happen to us? How has it happened for me? Luck, which is exactly what you get when you take hard work and you cross it with opportunity. TexitCoin for me has been the luckiest thing that I've ever done. But it wasn't magic. It happened because I knew what to do. I knew the opportunity. I knew I was at the right place at the right time. I had the skills, the knowledge, the experience from all the years that I put in with precious metals, doing it the hard way. And then I connected with some really great people and they saw the opportunity. They took the bull by the horns. They grabbed a piece of the ship and they started pulling as well. And it worked. And I'm so pleasantly surprised with how well we've done and how well we're doing each and every day. I'm so happy and proud of the team we've put together to help get us here. And I'm so proud of the people that are joining us every day. I don't care what background you come from. If you're a network marketer, let's go. I'll show you how to do it my way. If you're a person that hates network marketing like I was, then rest assured that this is not a network marketing deal. We kind of pretend to be one because we know that it works. But it's a real project run by real people with a real mission to build the largest privately owned mine in the world right here in Texas, to create an honest monetary system that's based on powerful digital currency tools. Bitcoin showed us the way. They forgot the way. They sold out. They handed over control to the banks and the mega corporations and the foreign nations. I didn't forget. I remember what's great about crypto. And when you take that financial technology and something as important as honest money and you put those two things together, you got it. And it comes with the Lambos and it comes with the Mercedes and the BMWs and the Audi R8s and all the other fun supercars and super adventures that are coming our way. Guys, this is just the very beginning. There's so much more coming, and I want you to enjoy it as much as I am. I want you to be proud of it because we worked hard for it. And I want you to take advantage of it. I want you to get as much out of this project as you can, because you can rest assured that I'm getting everything I can out of this project. That's where the equal exchange of value comes in. But I'm going to work hard every day for our success. And I know you're out there working hard as well. And I see it and I want to reward it. And I want to show you how much I appreciate it. And if a bunch of supercars and hypercars do that, or a trip to Thailand or Singapore or Berlin or Switzerland does that, then great. Let's share those adventures together. I don't know if anything like this will ever happen again, but it's here. It's here now. It's here today. And we're only 8% of the way to our goal. So let's keep going. Let's have a blast. Let's make some new friends. Let's make some money together. Okay? Hard work plus opportunity equals luck. That's where we are today with the luckiest thing that you've ever come across. Accept that and let it bring a smile to your face.